like Egyptians were writing Paleo-Hebrew on the artifacts. Then it evolved to hieroglyphics. They teach you hieroglyphics because it's synonymous with Egypt to throw you off. Paleo became hieroglyphics. Let me show you. They go big. That's big. Right here. That's big. That's big. They go to arm of Yad right there. They go Mem. On these old artifacts, they translating the languages from Sinai artifacts. Now, Rhodocon, the same symbols that was paleo became hieroglyphics over time. You must know it. This language, they can stop. Let me show you something. Baal, Hathor is Belet. Let me say this again. When you see that Sphinx, that's Belet. Then it became Hathor. See, they want to teach you Hathor, the first languages of the Egyptians. That's our people. All y'all did was change the name of the gods, trying to disconnect it with the paleo people. This ain't no damn Hathor Sphinx. This is Belet. And y'all used it to decipher the damn languages because it's called the Rosetta Sphinx. What did the Rosetta Stone do? Break the languages. Watch this. To prove my point even more, does the Penn Museum, watch this. Let me show y'all something. Roll the corner before I get started on my other lecture. Now, here go the cap. Watch the cap. The cap. The Penn Museum does not have, let me get my phone together. Does not have the original Rosetta Stone, but they have an important replica and even an exhibit in their library in the University of Pennsylvania. Why the hell y'all got a replica of the Rosetta Stone in the museum? Who made a replica? Let's go see how it looks. Roll the coin. Here go the real one. And they got another one talking about it's a replica in the museum. Why is it there? Who made a replica? Y'all deciphering languages off of this stuff. You see the Sphinx, right? Look. Now, let's go back. The Rosetta Sphinx. Now, I went to this museum my damn self. Right? These people got like 20 mummies, people. 20 mummies with the old world headdress on. They got Rosetta Stones. They got the whole chamber where the Pharaoh held the Israelites. All in one spot. Now, there was a Sphinx found in Memphis, Tennessee, and it sits right in the Penn Museum. That did not come from no damn Egypt. And I keep telling y'all, this stuff is Hebrew. This is why that motherfucker sitting in Egypt. See, I don't want to teach you that. They want you to think this is an Egyptian god. What it was before that. See, when you realize that really ain't Egypt, ain't no Egyptian shit, it breaks the code. Because that's Beleth. Lady Bel. Bel is Hebrew. Then it became Hathor later. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. There it is. Motherfucker got Paleo Hebrew on it. Why is Paleo Hebrew hooked up with the Sphinx in real life? It don't supposed to go together. Let's keep going. These people tripping. See, we're going to figure this shit out in a minute. You hunter-gatherers. I'm sick of y'all. Now, we got Mosaic hieroglyphic Hebrew. This is what became hieroglyphics. Oh, shit. Mosaic hieroglyphic Hebrew became hieroglyphics. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. All this shit ain't no different languages. It's the same shit. It's the same. Now, Aleph, biblical terms. You get the letter of Aleph, the biblical one, from the big and small Little Dipper. Because the first languages came from letters from the sky. The ox of Aleph came from the sky. Then later, you put the whole star alignment in there and you shape the letter just like the star alignment from which the letter came from. Let's keep going. Let me show you something. Let me show you the real Aleph. Right there. Aleph, see it? Circle, horns, ox, Taurus, the spring. Roll the coin, Taurus the bull. Aleph means ox, coming from Taurus the bull in the sky. Roll the coin. Now, why is this important, Truth? This is your ancestors' first language. This evolved to hieroglyphics. Aramaic, Greek, Latin, old motherfucking English, and new motherfucking English. Y'all stop playing with me. Now, the first people on the Nile had this language. Right here. Yes, they did. That is Bet. Let me show you. Them people come from here. Them people speaking Hebrew. Y'all stop playing with me, acting like y'all don't know what the hieroglyph is, and look at the hieroglyphics. Shut the fuck up. All you Egyptologists, all you niggas, all this African shit, stop. No, we created that shit. I showed y'all a newspaper clipping talking about the mound builders went to the Nile 9000 BC and built that son bitch. They was over there writing this. Then it evolved 1,000 years later to hieroglyphics. Let's keep going. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. Before I get going, I showed this last night, but I got to show this again for my people who missed it last night. Let me show y'all something. Roll de corn. Watch this. Y'all be acting like these symbols I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But this is the code breaker. Hold on. Put the coin in the chat. Let me show y'all something. Right here. Watch this. See that? Look like a jug, the turquoise one. Watch this. Roll the coin. Watch this. There you go right there. There you go right there. Early Hebrew, bet, middle, late, variations of bet. Right there. So the people in Egypt are still not the first people with the language. Whoever put this on the artifacts is the first Hebrew. Then it evolved to this. You get it? It starts with this, goes here, then it goes here. You get it? Now, let's go back to the artifact. Roll the coin. Right here. That's a variation of bit. It's not the original one. So the first people on the Nile who they're breaking the languages off of, because Sinai artifacts are language breakers. Remember that. We got hundreds of these. They got numbers on them. Start studying the Sinai artifacts. Mount Sinai in the Bible, that's bet. Right there. That Cain is Hebrew also. See the Cain? This is Mem. See the Cain? Roll the coin. You see the Cain? Let me show you the Cain in Hebrew. Right there. Noon. Noon is a god in Egypt. They go to Cain. It's Paleo-Hebrew on the first Egyptian artifacts that they are deciphering the language from. They go to Cain. They go Bet. They go to Cain again. Mem. Now, roll the coin. Now, Zayin, coming straight out the sky from stars. Hayah, Hebrew root hayah, live, living creature. Hayah, Heth. This is where this stuff come from, people, out the sky, down to the earth. Then you do agriculture. You build a language off of this, and it's the first languages. Tava, Shin, right here, the pillar. Shin, the pillar, right? Tet and Shin. Yod, the hand. Yod, the hand. Same thing in hieroglyphics, the hand and the arm. Hard work. Yod holds the plants. Hard work in the field. Let's keep going. They go to Cain of Noon, the fish, sea creature in Hebrew. Noon is the god of the primordial waters in Egypt. Noon is not Egyptian. Noon is Hebrew. They want to tell you it's some type of god in Egypt. That's later. Let's keep going. The archer. Example of the letter Semitic. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. I'm just running through them real quick. Real quick. A yin. The eye with the dot. A yin. The eye with the dot. Look at that. Check that out. Please check that out. A yen. Right? Roll the coin. Let me show you something. You see the Y? A yen, the Y in the sky? Watch this. Watch this. They go to Y and the yen, late Hebrew. They go to early Hebrew with the I, with the dot, the circle with the dot. In Egypt, you get this. Over here in America, you get this. This is the word ayati come from. This is the word hyena come from. Haina, a city with mounds in Dominican Republic. This is where it come from, people. This is late Hebrew. This is the first one. Who got this? Truth now. Who is the real deal? Who taught these other people the language? Let's go find that symbol. It's just that symbol. Let's go find that damn symbol before I keep going, just to show y'all what I'm talking about. Let's go find that symbol. Where that symbol at? Interesting. Let's see, can we find that damn symbol? There it is, with the Taino and Arawak, a yen, right there. Right there. See it? See it? I got more. The first people to write that language. The first people to write that language. Let's look at another one. Let's check out another one. We got more. Right there. A yen, Paleo Hebrew, the first ones to do it. This is the Taino that came to the islands. Now, Truth, you said the Mississippians done it. You said the Mississippians the one had it. Truth, they did. There you go right there. Mississippian mound builders with a yen right on the center of his chest. Right there. See it? Now, just letting you know we were speaking Hebrew, but we got the first Hebrew symbols. They can stop lying and quit acting like they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. They gonna get the picture in a minute when we kick them in the ass. Now let's go to Egypt. A yen in Egypt, circle with the dot, became Ra. Circle dot in Egypt, the same snake of hieroglyphics, Dalit. We get it now. Son is born in the dot. A yin, the eye. You get it? Let's go to Easter Island. We didn't take that shit to the islands, huh? We didn't take that gangster shit to the islands, huh? Huh? Circle, dot, Easter Island. We are the fucking Atlantean. Circle, dot, Easter Island. Okay. We get it now. Roll the coin. This is a bloodline of people moving around the world. Coming from here. Roll the coin. Now, hold on. Hold your horse. Hold on. We know the truth now. We know the truth now. Now, let's go here. Phoenicians. Phoenicians, right? Old Phoenicians. Phoenicians. The glass eye beads. Circle and a dot. Hebrews. I'm a bad man. Ayin. Phoenicians. Hold on. Roll the card. Now, these the same damn people. Let's go back. How many more can I find without y'all hiding this shit on the internet? Hold on. Y'all gonna start. See, every time I show a receipt, they start hiding it. Every time. Now, if I come back tomorrow, this shit gonna be gone. That's why I record all my lives, because y'all had me trying to hide shit, acting like we ain't gonna figure this shit out and kick y'all in y'all ass. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, let's keep looking. Before I do my lecture, I got a whole nother lecture. Hold on. Okay. Now we start to look at shit different, right? Let's start to look at shit a little different. Let's just start to look at some of this stuff a little different, right? Roll the coin. Looking at it a little different now. It ain't the same shit. Now, when I really look at it, let's go look at this a little closer, because we know the dot means the sun. We know the dot means the sun, right? That's common sense. The dot means the sun. Put the coin in the chat. Everybody, we agree on that, right? Put the coin if you agree on that. Circle dot is the sun in the middle. That's the eye, right? Okay. Let's go look at this. Now we know what the fuck this is. See, we've been speculating about this shit all this time. We know it's the sun. Yeah, the dot in the middle with the sun rays in the circle is a yin. I'm a badass nigga. I'm a hunter-gatherer's worst nightmare. I'm a hunter-gatherer's worst nightmare. I'm a menace to hunter-gatherer society. Because that's what the fuck that is. That is a yin on the Sumerian armband with the circle in the middle with the goddamn. That's exactly what that is. That's my new name. I'm a menace to hunter-gatherers societies. Roll the coin. I'm on y'all ass. You know why? Because these are people. These are people. Trying to make them aliens and stupid ass aliens with big ass heads, giving out DNA. Nah, we just mixed with y'all. Around 6,000 BC, we just mixed with y'all, right? Simple. Now, before I keep going, I was out yesterday and this dude flagged me down. We know the truth now. Come here, let me talk to you. We know the truth now. All at the gas station. Look, bro, I'm trying to get my motherfucking backer. I need my backer. I'm an Indian. I need my goddamn tobacco. I don't want to talk to people. Like, not out here in the public. Because I ain't no damn Hebrew Israelite. I don't want nobody to come around trying to film all this shit. But anyway, why you not a Muslim? Why you not with the NOI? Bro, listen. The NOI was started by Fard Muhammad. He was screaming black power. The motherfucker wasn't even black. Bro, get away from me with that shit. Move around. Don't ask me no stupid shit in public, bro. Right? The man wasn't even black and he's screaming black power. Something ain't right there. Here the motherfucking nigga go right here. Who is this nigga? Who want to follow this? I don't want to follow this. What is this? Who is this guy? Who is this cat? Hold on. Who the fuck is this cat? Anybody know him? He's screaming black power. in Detroit, started the NWI. Wallace Fard Muhammad, Nation of Islam, NWI's Savior Day. See that shit? Fard Muhammad, he just disappeared. FBI says he was born in New England. Birth, origin, and early life is not known. The man is a family means of the holy city of Mecca with direct familial ties to Prophet Muhammad. Oh, you made Elijah Muhammad the prophet, huh? You did that? You hunter-gatherer. Oh, Elijah Muhammad in your family, huh? Oh, I get it now. It's a family business. Okay. All right, I get it. Yeah, it's a family business. Yeah. Fard passed the shit down to Elijah. Elijah passed it down to Farrakhan. Yeah, we get the shit now. Everybody get money and have babies with a bunch of kids. And I'm going too far. I'm sorry, NWI. But listen, I was reading a book one time, and I ran across this. And I never forgot it, and I never fucked with them a day in my life after this. NOI was funded by, I ain't gonna say the word yet. I'm gonna let y'all look at it. Who funded you niggas? Who funded you niggas? Vanguard funded the NW. Oh my, Vanguard. Oh my God. That's enough of that. That's enough. Roll the coin. Y'all niggas funded by Vanguard? Black Power? Y'all tricked my beautiful brother Malcolm X into that bullshit? Because he a American. He was trying to do the best thing he could do at the time. Y'all mixed him up with this bullshit and he got on the live. True enough, y'all helped him fly straight. Y'all helped him fly straight. But at the same time, y'all killed him. I don't fuck with y'all. FBA, NOI, I don't want to hear no syllables, nigga. Syllables mean hunter-gatherers are in the background somewhere pulling strings. Roll the coin. And no acronyms, nigga. We know I don't even do the WKTTN no more. We know the truth now. We ain't doing no acronyms, no hunter-gatherers in the back room pulling strings. Nah, we ain't doing this shit. Not over here. It's over. Now let's get into the lecture, man. I'm just talking shit. But I told dude, I said, listen, bro, y'all be out here teaching, plant your seeds in fertile. They were talking about agriculture, bro. They wasn't talking about young women. Dude looked at me and said, all right, bro, have a good day. He walked out. Get your ass away from me, bro. You better be talking about primary American Indians, mound builders. I don't want to talk about none of that other shit. You see me trying to get this primary tobacco, nigga. That's all I need. Let's keep going. Go on with that shit. We know the truth now. Now let's go here. Now, this come out of book, right? Look what it say. Round pillars, somewhat in the Doric style, are found in Uxmal, but none like the square. Rich carved pillars bearing inscriptions discovered in some of the other ruins, Copan, Palenque, and even Kabah in Yucatan. Kabbalah, all that Arab shit, Kabbalah. First was in Yucatan. You get these words from our culture. Hunter-gatherers. Y'all ain't got no culture. None. Y'all ain't got no culture. Watch this. Roll the corn. Kabbalah, Jewish, interacting with Arabic-speaking cultures, particularly the Islamic mysticism. Kabbalah, Arab. Kabbalah, Jewish. Y'all get that shit from Kabbalah. Tamari, in the Yucatan. Oh my goodness. Our towns are the original name. They are the duplicate. Let's keep going. Now, look what I want y'all to look at. The pillars. Doric style, people. Doric style pillars in ancient America. Let's go look what they became. Let's go see what they became. Doric became the Greek pillar. Interesting. How? Corinthian come from corn. We got Doric pillars in South America. We are the builders. Greek and Rome are stealing your architecture. Moors are stealing your architecture. You get it? Let's go back. Because people that act like they don't understand this shit, instead of sending me Tartarian videos like I give a shit, ain't no Tartarians, it's just us. We built Doric style columns because Copan is in Central and South America. Palenque. Now, did nobody help us build that? We built it on our own, but they calling it Roman, right? Look, they calling it Greek, Doric, Roman Doric, cap, super cap. The Pantheon in Athens, Greece has Doric pillars. The one in Nashville is shaped the same way. 46 pillars of Doric columns. Why we got one in Nashville, Tennessee, built exactly like the one in Athens, Greece? We're the fucking pillar builders. The one in Athens, Greece is tore up because y'all fought over it. The one in Nashville is brand new, like a goddamn pair of Jordans that dropped Saturday. Because we wasn't fighting no wars over here. And if you think I'm lying, go look at the feet and the pillars of the Nashville Pantheon. Then look at the one in Athens. It's built the exact same feet. That is an American structure in Greece. Ain't no Tartarians. It's just us. We went over there and built that motherfucker the same way we built the one in Nashville. That is not no replica. You can't do no replica or no granite columns. 46 in a replica. Is you stupid hunter-gatherer for telling us that's a replica? The one in Nashville is a replica. How the fuck is a replica and it's 100% limestone and granite? Oh, y'all rebuilt it the same way? You a lying piece of shit, and I don't want to hear nothing else out y'all mouth. Them our buildings. Storehouses for agriculture. Spiritual centers. Corn exchanges. You hunter-gatherers. Now, the Temple of Hera. Watch this. Temple of Hera, Olympia, Greece. Let's go look at it. Y'all know how Nashville look. I showed y'all how Athens look. Let's go look at the Temple of Hera. Whoa, Truth. It's the same damn building. It's two of them over there. Here go the second one. They tore down the first one, fighting over the motherfucker. Here go the first one with Doric columns. Here go the second one with Doric. We are the Atlantean who built this shit. Don't you ever let nobody else tell you nothing different, because in our ancient South America, we had Doric columns before a hunter-gatherer ever got their ass over here. Receipts. And here you go. In South America. Uxmal, Doric. Big pillars. Big pillars. Put the coin in the chat. Put the coin in the chat. Big pillars. Put the coin in the chat. Roll the coin. Now, shout out to everybody who stayed. My bad, I had to check on some stuff. Okay. These are the Doric columns in Central America. Let's get into the real knowledge. Let's keep going. Now, the old monuments in Yucatan represent several distinct epochs in the ancient history of that peninsula, right? Mayans lived in this area afterwards, right? Many of others belong to ages previous to the rise of the kingdom. And the ages still earlier, ages older than the Great Forest, there were other cities, doubtless, whose remains have perished utterly or were long ago removed for use in the later constructions. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Now, here's Matla. Matla. It's in this receipt right here somewhere. Matla, right? Uxmal, then we got Matla. So here's Matla. Mitla, I'm sorry, Mitla. Mitla. See the three doors? The three doors, the three pillars, built like every other ancient site with the three openings. Let's keep going. Now, this is Mitla. What is that, my people? What is that right there? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What's that? What's that symbol? Royal Lee, you are exactly right. He the first one to drop the knowledge. That is bet on the building. Let's go back. Let's go back. That's why I keep the receipts on uploaded. That's why I keep the damn receipts uploaded. You see that little curve? These Hebrew buildings. Now, that's why I keep the receipts loaded. I keep the clip loaded. Because they be acting like they don't understand this shit. I keep the clip loaded. Bet. Where is that receipt? I just had it. Hold on. I have to put it back in here. Messing with Farad Muhammad. Hold on. Let's go back to the building. I'm going to pull up the receipt. Hold on. Let's go back to the building. Go back to the building. Right here. Right there. There go another one right there. See it right there? Mem, Bet, the cross, the first Hebrew cross. That's the eye right there, people. See that? That's the eye. That's Mem. That's Bet. That's Bet. Let's go back. Well, a little bigger at right there. Bet. Simple. Roll the coin. Now, why is it sitting on the building? Why is it on the buildings of the ancient culture in South America if they ain't no goddamn Hebrews? Why? Ask yourself that. Why is the original bet symbol on the damn building? There it is right there. There you go. There you go right there. Roll the coin. These the new bet, right? This new. This says bet. That's new. This that old one right here. This that old one, like the Versace symbol. That's it. You see it? Roll the coin. See bet? Right there. Rich, head of a king, head of a prince praying. They got a hunter-gatherer right there. You can take his ass off of there. They always sticking a hunter-gatherer with our fucking language. Get his ass off of there. Bet. A lift. Roll the coin. A lift for bet. A lift bet. Alphabet. That's where you get it from. Let's go back to the building. Let's bet on the building. Right there. They go to cross of the first Hebrew. Paleo-Hebrew, the center of the universe. Right there. See that? Mississippians got that same cross. Let's keep going. They go Mem. The lines like this. Mem, right there. Right there. Let's go look at some more. See it? Lines, bet, Mitla. Look at the structure. Now watch this. This is what they do to your shit. The Church of San Pablo now stands above the underground passages in the ancient city of Mitla. Y'all put a church right on top. Even the outside got the Hebrew symbols on it, people. Look right there. It goes underground. It's a church on top of it. Let's keep going. It's a church right on top of it. Just like they do up here. Let's read about it. Analysis confirmed that an underground labyrinth of passageways exists below the site of Mitla. The team found tunnels beneath the ruins of Mitla, ancient city. Right? Mitla served as a religious center of the Zapotecs, a group that emerged from the Mexican Oaxaca Valley around the 6th century BC. The city's stunning above-ground mosaic and murals still stand at this site. Let's keep going. The missionaries sealed all entrances to the tunnel network. Zapotecs had called Layoba, place of rest. Layoba, Layoba, Layo, Layo originates from the Hebrew name Levi. I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. Layoba got something to do with the tribe of Levi down there in South America. Interesting. Now the Greeks are saying it's Greek and all of that, and Jewish name, roots. Yeah, we know that after the fact. Layoba got something to do with the Hebrew name Levi. Then Ba is Hebrew for come or coming. That's where you get Bala or Ababa. Ba, right? Layoba. Interesting. Now the team working to undercover Mittler's secret of adopting the name, Project Layoba, University of Mexico, studying this site. Zapotec Indians. Zapotec Indians. Zapotec tomb, huh, Truth now? How they look? How they look? Melanated. Melanated. Let me get out the way. How they look? Zapotec tomb. Hebrews, melanated, Indians, Paleo-Hebrews, putting bent on the buildings that they build and they melanated. They are copper-colored original people, American Indians. Stop playing with me. This the real truth. Let's go look at the other side of the tomb. See her face? Melanated. 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 Melanated people. Zapotec. Zapotec beliefs. I'm going to show you the people, the culture, and the language. While y'all out here acting like we ain't got no fucking language, like we some Native Americans, we got melanated Indians writing Hebrew on side of the building, and you still talking about your Navajo-ass language. Don't nobody give a fuck about your 50-year-old Navajo language. These people lived in BC times. Hunter, gatherer. So take that shit over there and argue with another dummy. Don't bring that shit to me. These people said these people were around in BC times. 6th century BCE. This before your time, native. And I'm going to show y'all where y'all come from, too, in these books. We got more receipts. Zapotec, melanated. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Now, theory of the ruins can avoid the conclusion, very ancient, and find the origin of the civilization that represent, we must go back into the deep of antiquity, field of dissolution where they exist. Wooden lintels are mentioned, but these are hardly be regarded constituting an exception when the character of wood. It was something I wanted to show y'all in there. Very ancient. Let's keep going. Everywhere the older ruins, nothing remains but the artificial mounds and foundations of earth, the stone, the cement, the stucco, hard as marble, and other imperishable materials used by the builders. Artificial mounds and foundations of earth was put there first. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. The place where they stood with no relics save the mounds and pyramid platforms. Save the mounds and pyramid platforms. Would resemble the work of our mound builders. And not a few sound historical critics would consider it the highest degree absurd to suggest the cities with such structures have ever existed there. Mound builders, people, they are evolving to build columns. That's what I want to show y'all this for. Mounds, then you put the building on top of the mound because you are an evolving people building greater structures. That's what they're trying to teach you right here, right? The places where they stood with no relics. Only thing left there is the mound and the pyramidal platforms, just like in America. Ain't nothing there but the mound. But what was there first, people? Monumental cities were there. They wiped it down. They would have got rid of the mound if the mound wasn't 40 feet tall. And them hunter-gatherers didn't get tired and hungry and left it alone and just said, fuck it, man, it's too big. We can't tear it down. We can steal all the stone, but we can't tear that earth mound down. It's too huge. We're going to leave that alone. That's why they're here today. If they had their way and they had the machinery and the know-how back then, they would have tore the mounds down. Thank the glory of the ancestors that they didn't do it, because we would have never knew nobody was there. They needed a potato break. Red. How funny is here. Now, these were mound builders, people. Don't you ever think they just come from somewhere else. Their older culture or the platform pyramidal mound building culture. Then you evolve into Mayans and Olmecs and Zapotec Indians using stone. You get it? Roll the coin. Take Copan, for instance. The city may have become a ruin during the time of the Toltecs, which became long before the Christian era and ended some 5 or 6 centuries, probably before the country was invaded by Cortez. It was built before their time. For the style and writing, many features of the architecture and ornamentation shows a workmanship of their predecessors, judging by the historical intimations found in the old books and traditions. So their ancestors are teaching them how to work with stone, the workmanship of stone, coming from mound builders up to stone builders, right? Let's keep going. Some investigators who have given much study to the antiquities, old books and traditions, probable geological history of Mexico and Central America, believe that the first civilization in the world ever appeared in this part of ancient America, or we immediately connected with it, right? Human race first rose to, they told that the human race first rose to civilized life in America, the oldest of the continents. Get it? The oldest of the continents. Portion of this continent on which the first civilizers appeared was sunk beneath the water of the Atlantic Ocean, usually engulfing of a portion of the land supposed to have been affected by some tremendous convulsion of nature. Right? Old books of Central America and also those of Egypt, from which Solon received the account of lost Atlantis. Roll the coin. The lost portion of the continent was the Atlantis, of which the old annals of Egypt told so much of the time of Solon. Now, Egypt knew that the sunken portion of America was Atlantis because their ancestors came from Atlantis, which is Timeri. Let's keep going. Ancient America must read the later volumes of these books right here. Original seat of the first human civilizations in America after the great cataclysm was renewed and perpetrated in the region where we now trace the mysterious remains of ancient cities. First human civilizations in America. Let's keep going. I shall give more attention to the theory in the next chapter. I refer to it here on account of the very great antiquities and claim that ancient American civilizations, it represents the advanced, let's slow down. Antiquity, it claims for the ancient American civilizations, it represents that the advanced human development whose crumbling monuments are studied at Copan and Mitla and Palenque antedates everything else in the human period of our globe. It's older than all the other shit all around the world. An earlier time of barbarism and pastoral simplicity, but let's keep going. I'm show you what they're talking about. Watch this. Roll the coin. Prehistoric time to an unknown date previous to the beginning of such civilizations as any part of the old world. Unknown date, beginning of such civilizations older than any part of the old world. Let's keep going. It is said more or less clearly by more than one Greek writer that the Phoenicians and Carthaginians knew the way to a continent beyond the Atlantic Ocean. This is where they come from. Phoenicians and Carthaginians knew the way to the continent beyond the Atlantic Ocean. One fact preserved that the annals of Tyrian commerce had mentioned by several ancient writers, it is related to Diodorus Siculus, very particular as a matter of authentic history. Over against Africa lies a very great island in the vast ocean of the Atlantic. That's what they're talking about. Phoenicians and Carthaginians knew the way back home. They was coming here, going back, coming here, going back. And these are Hebrews, people. Both of them. Let's keep going. Africa lies a very great island in the vast ocean, right? Westward from Libya. Westward from Libya, right? Westward from Libya. Let me show y'all the map. Right? Show y'all the map, show y'all what we're looking at. Now, Libya, sitting right beside Egypt. Right beside Egypt, right? Now you go westward out of Libya, Mediterranean Sea. There's Malta right there. A small island. There go Crete. We built Crete and Malta. All this shit up through here too. This is the Mediterranean Sea. Get this shit out of here. Let me show y'all the big map. There's Libya, west of Libya. Leave Libya out of the Mediterranean. You go through the Straits of Gibraltar, the Pillars of Hercules, then you hit the what? The damn badass Atlantic, right? You leave Libya, go out here into the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantis is west of Libya. What's going that way? America and the islands is the only thing going that way. Facts. Big facts. Now, Right there. The soil there is fruitful, people. A great part whereof the mountainous, but much likewise champagne, which is the most sweet and pleasant part, for it is watered by several navigable streams, beautiful with many gardens of pleasure planted, with diverse sorts of trees and abundance of orchards. The towns are adorned with stately buildings and banqueted houses, pleasantly situated in their gardens and orchards. Stop right there. These people are telling you how America looked before the hunter-gatherer came. Listen to how they're describing it. Your house sitting right side in your garden. What they call it today? Your house sitting right in your garden. What they call it today? In the South. Put in the chat. Your house sitting in your garden, in your orchard, plantations. I got a land to keep from crying, bro. You get it now? Do you get it now? The land they are talking about, fertile soil. The soil is fruitful, sweet and pleasant part, watered by several navigable streams. They're talking about the Mississippi River. You can navigate through the streams of water on your boat, the river. Beautiful, beautified with many gardens of pleasure, planted with diverse sorts of trees and an abundance of orchards. Their towns have stately buildings. What's the stately buildings? What is the stately buildings? They are talking about America before colonization. What is the stately buildings they speak of? Put in the chat. Churches, Capitol buildings. Woo! Churches, Capitol buildings, old banks, cities. Them old buildings downtown was already there. They are the stately buildings. And banqueting houses, pleasantly situated in their gardens and orchards. Plantations today. This is why the mounds out there. That's why I taught you that. Now watch this. Watch this. Put the call in the chat. Now, you must think like the hunter-gatherer. You must know what the hunter-gatherer knows to break the codes, right? Now, what did he call it? Stately buildings and banqueting houses, pleasantly situated in their gardens or orchards. Banqueting houses, people. Now, after the plantation closes, what do those plantations become? After the plantation closes, after they get rich off your crops, they can't use us for no labor no more. What do they turn these plantations into? What do you see out there now? In the South now, in the South, watch this. This is gonna blow your mind. They call it a banqueting house, right? Watch this. Roll the coin. Converted into venues that feature modern banquet halls, large events, spaces for weddings, parties, corporate functions. The Brandon Hall Plantation Wedding Venue, Banquet Hall. Rental Hall of Private Events Banquet Hall on plantations, people. Plantation houses, grand architectural styles, large rooms for entertaining the planter class. See it? Historical buildings. So after slavery's over, they throw weddings at the motherfucker. Because they look like a banquet hall to them, large rooms. Look at all this shit. All these banquet halls on plantations. The Oak Alley Plantation. Throw your wedding right here, big dog. The Plantation Hall. Throw your weddings. Plantation Preserve golf courses. Throw your goddamn wedding. Huh? Hunter Gatherers call it a banquet hall, and it's what they use it for. Boone Hall Plantation. Throw your wedding. Herbert's Plantation. Throw your motherfucking wedding. Renaissance Fort, Lauderdale Plantation. Plantation sites for weddings, winery weddings, banquet halls, big open space. You can throw your big wedding on the plantation. Huh? Okay. Roll the coin. Whatever, see that. We get it. Let's go back. Let me find that receipt. Banquet houses, pleasantly situated in their gardens and orchards. Now, plantation had banquet halls with orchards or farms. Let's go look that up. What's out there, Truth? What the fuck out there? Historic plantations, American South, self-sufficient estates with extensive grounds including farms, orchards, gardens, outbuildings, often featured a large main house that served at the center for community and hospitality, where grand meals like banquets would occur, leveraging their own produce for feast. While not always dedicated banquet halls, the large dining areas in the big house on the plantation were used for elaborate entertaining, food grown from their own land used in the banquets. It was very important I just taught y'all what I taught y'all. We don't like to go to these plantations because they put so much misery on it. But that's why our ancestors lived good at before the hunter-gatherer came. We had the big house. We had the land. We put the crops in the damn field. We had big banquets for our people in them houses until our shit was took. Now the hunter-gatherer got you thinking them his antebellum houses. He a motherfucking lie. He didn't build it. The reason That plantation house is so important to colonizers. It gives you somewhere to stay. Then you got all the food in the world right outside. Then you got a freshwater river running right somewhere in the area. Then you can enslave the people on their own land and get rich. Who not gonna do that? Who not gonna live in the big house somebody else built, eat the food somebody else grew, wear the clothing that those people are making for you, and get rich off of that same land? Because they take the crops of the cotton and the corn and the tobacco right out the field, put it on the same boat that he came over here on, ship the tobacco back to Europe, make a bankroll, come right back to his plantation, our old stomping ground, and do this shit again. Make sense now? That's why mounds of the ancient culture are still on the plantation today, because it was built up over a long amount of time to be self-sufficient. They even telling you in the damn receipt. They even tell you in the receipt that it's self-sufficient. That's the whole thing. American South were self-sufficient estates with extensive grounds, including farms and orchards and gardens and outbuildings. Large main house served at the center of the community. Self-sufficient estates. You don't need nobody else. This is what your ancestors did over here. Self-sufficient estates. They come and take our self-sufficiency with the land, get rich off of it, build their businesses, then make us work for their businesses that they built off of the land they took, because they didn't have no fucking money when they got here. All of it came through your blood and your people. The banks in the South were started from plantations, people. Bancorp South is a plantation bank. Look it up. Let's keep going. Shit is wild, man. Now watch this. Now, north in the California area, Indians of the north came from originally from Asia. Hold up. Native Americans came originally from Asia, where the race which they belong seems represented by the Koraks, Chukchis, Koraks, Native Americans, Siberia, reindeer herding, Arctic traditions, the upriver people, Siberian Korak, Chukchis, Asia, Bering Strait, Chukchis, Russia, northeastern Chukchi Peninsula. Where the hell is America at? Y'all niggas native to Russia? Don't make me pull y'all card, man. See, one thing about y'all hunter-gatherer natives that y'all don't know is the YT man played y'all too. The YT man played y'all, bro. He let y'all claim America while he would get all the benefits off of it. But the whole time, he knew y'all was so damn stupid that y'all could just get a little piece of land because y'all ain't from here nowhere. Point the finger to y'all and say y'all the one tying the treaties and take everything. He know that. A wise man uses a fool as a tool, people. A wise man uses a fool as a tool to get what he wants. He can't sit there and claim to be indigenous. So he has to find somebody who's stupid enough to take that small deal for this massive bankroll. Them the only motherfuckers that were left. We were fighting them. Y'all was signing. Who took the stupid ass deal to give away paradise? Who the hell give away paradise? Even if y'all did come after us, you still ain't supposed to sign this shit. Cause you still living good in the hood, nigga. You stupid motherfucker. You were still living good in the hood. You ate good every day. We made sure the land was full of food for hunter-gatherers. And you still gave it away. That's like me giving you a mansion with a lifetime supply of food in the river and the ocean, and you sign a treaty and you sign some paperwork and hand the land rights, the mansion rights over to a wanderer. You stupid fuck. I'm just gonna give my land away, huh? I'm giving y'all the benefit of a doubt. Because America is so big and beautiful, y'all did have y'all own piece of land when they came. We was over here chilling. Everybody got room over here. We ain't piled all up in Europe with no food. Nigga, we got hundreds of thousands of square miles you can have. But your people so stupid, you gave that away. Gave our shit away too by signing treaties. We're not gonna get them to sign it. We're gonna get these stupid motherfuckers to sign it. We're gonna have babies with these stupid motherfuckers. They gonna sign everything. All they need is a little liquor and some food and a blanket. Motherfucker gonna sign away $1 trillion worth of land. Anybody on the land can be tricked. Anybody before them can be tricked, people. They see us. They don't want to sign. They fight. They see y'all little stupid ass. They go to lick right there. There go our lick right there. They gonna sign it. They not that sharp. The melanated Indians, they fighting. They ain't trying to hear shit. Them over there, we can get them a little liquor. Yo, get them some of that vodka. Give them a blanket. They gonna sign everything away. They dumb as a box of rocks. And over time, we're gonna act like they're the mound builders, and we're gonna keep all the mound land. But we're gonna move that reservation off of the mounds on some unwanted land. And we're really keeping everything. We're just giving y'all a little stimulus check. Y'all get a little $500 check. We done made 82 quadrillion off the land. We'll give y'all a little stimulus check. Give them $525 a month on the res. It's cool. We made 82 quadrillion, quadrillion, quadrillion dollars. They signed it all away. We didn't give a fuck. Yeah, give them peanuts. Yeah, give them a little peanuts. Yeah. Let them get on the internet and they goddamn on the reservation in a raggedy ass trailer talking about, I am the native. We're going to let them have it. That's what happened. Roll the corn. They knew that them people weren't from here. They knew that they were Mongolians, Russian tribes, Asian tribes, nomadic Arctic ice Indians. Them ice Indians. They call them ice Indians in some of the old books. Because their ass come from the ice. Way up there in Siberia. We come from the sun. We're not the same. That's why we was in the Southeast so heavy, people. That's where the weather we wanted was. Igloo niggas. We not no igloo niggas. Simple. Let's keep going. Roll the... Now, there is reason to believe the countries on the Mediterranean had communications with America in very ancient times. Didn't I teach you that? What's the connection, Truth? The language, the culture. We built the Mediterranean Sea. That is our culture, building all them islands and all them cities around the Mediterranean Sea. They found here in civilizations already developed. From the style of buildings and decorating cities. Influence. In other respects, for if such communication was open across the Atlantic, it was probably continued for a long time. Now, the people who built the Mediterranean Sea come from Timeri, the Phoenician, the Cretan, the first Egyptian. All come from here because they got the same ancient language that's on the artifacts matching back to Timeri, like a yin. That's why I showed y'all it, right? We are the people in the Mediterranean. We built Athens, Rome, all that shit. We put them buildings there. Nobody else do it. Now they talked about Mediterranean had communication with America in very ancient times. Religious symbols are found in American ruins, which remind us of those of the Phoenician. Let me go back. Religious symbols are found in American ruins, which remind us of those of the Phoenicians, such as the figure of the serpent, which appears constantly, the cross of the first Hebrew, the Mississippian cross, supposed by some to represent the mounting of the magnetic needle, the center of the universe, was among the emblems peculiar to the goddess Astarte, right? A figure appears occasionally in sculptures in which some have sought to recognize Astarte, one at Palenque being described as follows. It is a female figure molded in stucco, holding a child on the left arm and hand, just as Astarte appears in Sidonian medals. This is what they're talking about, something like this. Holding the baby on the left shoulder. It said it was monuments in South America just like this. They look like the Phoenician monuments. later over there. I can't find the one over here because it's tore up. One over here tore down, right? Roll the corn. That's the connection between that. I want to show y'all that. That's her name, Phoenician deity. Then in South America, it was some exactly like that. Roll the corn. Now, hope y'all got something out there lecture today. I'm really starting to feel like it's time to start talking more about these plantations. I throw a little hint out here and there about the plantations, but I really need to show y'all what these plantations really are. Ancient sites, built up by our people by the time colonizers came, with our crop fields and our blood, sweat, and tears and ancestors are still buried on them plantations. I even got old books talking about that even when they released the slaves after the Emancipation Proclamation, they still came back to their plantation to work for money. Guess why they said they did it? Because their ancestors are buried out there. See, people still knew that there was our land after they released them. They left as a free man and came back and worked on that same land of the plantation as a job because they knew that land got took from their people long time ago and they still wanted to have something to do with it. That is powerful, people. That land got to be so powerful for you to get enslaved or made a prisoners of war on that land. And after it's all over, you come back. That's how important our ancestors was to our people. I'm trying to think of the name of that plantation. I'm gonna find that receipt and show it to y'all. The man said, I couldn't, where else I'm gonna go? Y'all took this from my family when y'all did the war. Where am I supposed to go? I still worked here all through the time of the prisoners of war. They let me free. I still wanted to be on that land. Because I know the real history of this land. This is not a plantation. My ancestors put them crops, dug their field, put them crops in their field. It ain't gonna get no deeper than that, people. That's real American history. I ain't gonna get no deeper than that. Love y'all and I'm in love with you, man. Hope y'all learned something today. Y'all holler at me. I got the hoodies on sale. Holler in my DM. I got the white feather. I got a couple more orders to go out. I'm finna go mail some out today. The rest of the orders, well, I got like 2 days worth, but that's what I'm gonna get started on now. If y'all want to order some hoodies, hit my DM. Let me know what size and color, and then I'll tell y'all what to do from there, man. The hoodies are $50. $50. I got the We Know the Truth Now eye logo with the corn, the white feather. I got a couple of the cartoon hoodies left with the receipts, gun. White, black, and red eye hoodie. And I got different colors in the Ma'at Feather Truth hoodie. So whatever you need, I'll make it for you. It's all good. I love y'all. I'm in love with you, man. Hop in the DM if you need any hoodies. I got 2 lives coming on YouTube today. If you missed the first part of this live, I'm gonna put the one from last night and the one from today on there. It's some jewels in the one from last night. I was kind of up tripping, just dropping receipts. But y'all check them out, man. Y'all have a great day. Be safe out there. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. Roll the corn.
I like what Donald Trump do in certain aspects of it. I fuck with it. Certain things that I might agree on, a lot of things I don't. Cool. But at the end of the day, you is not no black people savior. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I don't
You
like
not
him at
no
all.
black people savior. You will never be no black
Facts.
Can I
people
say?
savior.
Can I say?
Ever. I don't give a damn what policies and how much you talk about all
Yeah.
black Americans and the 14th Amendment was for the black American descendants. Bitch, we already know that. We don't need you to say that to make it look like you no. We already know that, little brother. You hear me? No, I'm good. I'm never gonna align with these people, bro. What these people done to my ancestors over thousands of years is get back for life with me. Bitch, I
Facts.
reincarnate and still
Hell
feel
yeah.
this way. I swear to God, bro. I will reincarnate and be my. Listen, I'ma always feel this way. It's never gonna change, bro. What you done to my
Preach.
ancestors, I'm never gonna get off that energy. Bitch, it's up for life in the afterlife and the afterlife after that. In the quantum realm, in Mars,
All
Jupiter,
dimensions.
wherever we
All
don't, wherever the
dimensions.
quantum
Preach.
dimensions,
Preach.
wherever we
Come
go, bro,
through.
you gonna be the problem for me and my people. And I'ma
All
always
dimensions.
have that motherfucking problem with you, nigga.
And talking about
Period.
we're emotional, bro. We're not
Can I say?
Agreed.
emotional
Can I
For
about
say
all
nothing,
something real
bro.
quick?
eternity. Preach,
Can I
brother.
say?
For
Can I
all
say something
Talking
real
For
about
eternity.
quick?
we're
all
emotional.
eternity.
We're
It's
not
never
emotional
No,
never
because we're
for real.
happening,
tired,
bro.
bro. We're
Can
not
I
It's
say
never,
emotional,
something
it's
real
never,
bro.
it's
quick?
never, it's not. I'm never letting up. I'm never
I
letting
think
up.
I think it
Sorry.
was important that he was talking about business is because that people try to separate our history and our everything that's going on with us and our emotions and how we feel. We have a right to feel how we feel. I don't like the emotion and the tone policing on Black Americans because we have a right to be emotional about
Exactly.
what's going on and what's been going on. As to your prompt, it matters in business because you're literally sitting here watching people who are receiving $2.5 million the year before, $2.6 million this year. Nowhere in this country could a Black American even, it's hard enough to get a grant in and of
Thank you.
itself
That's
as
what
a
I'm trying
Black
to fucking tell
American.
you.
There is
Real.
no way in this country that as Black Americans, you're going to sit around and receive millions of dollars year after year after year and
Billions.
not be regulated. Like
Mm.
the reason our businesses, yes, do we have an issue in our community? Absolutely. We have an issue but no one ever talks about the why. Because of white supremacy and brainwashing, we have
Exactly.
no idea of what's going on. We also, as business owners, I see time and time again, our Black business owners, they open up businesses, but they don't really truly understand the nuances of businesses either. So we
We
don't even
behind.
know
We've
you
been behind
exist. You know what I'm saying?
financial literacy. We've been behind.
But not
Astronomically,
Exactly.
just the
yes.
financial
Yeah, we
literacy.
behind.
The biggest part of owning a business is making sure you can
Customer
equally
service.
match that with a marketing. With marketing, we
Yeah.
don't know that they exist because they don't understand the marketing part. So there's a lot of little nuances that are happening. I literally was I literally go around and will find a Black business that's a hole in the wall someplace. I've never heard of this thing. They'll be like, "Oh, we've been here for 5 years, or we've been here for 10 years." It's like, do y'all have a social media, a strong social media presence?
A
Are you putting money?
website.
Yeah, a
Are you
Tap the
website. Are
running
you
screen, y'all.
ads?
marketing? And
Tap
so
the
we
screen
don't
for me, y'all.
know
Come on, we got
that they
219
exist
people up in
when
here, y'all. Tap
we
that screen.
often
Let's get. I'm
find
trying
out.
to get to 100,000. I'm really trying to get to 1,000,000 likes. That's my goal today. I want to get to a
Oh, well, we
million
should be
likes.
able to get there.
Yeah,
But we
yeah.
don't
I
find
want 1,000,000
often we don't
likes.
find out about Black business until they're about to close, until they're like, oh, we're not getting the support that we require. And it's like, did we even know that you existed in the first place? But
And we
that
have a
being
lot
said,
against us.
I was just about to go there. And that being said, people, a lot of us will get mad on things like we do have an issue, and I say we have an issue. We'll get mad on things like pricing and stuff, but we don't understand the nuances of that. So a lot of Black business owners are genuinely being charged more when they
Exactly.
order their products and things
They
of that
make it
nature.
harder
So they
for
have to,
us.
they make everything harder. Somebody in the
Yeah.
comments was talking
Yeah.
about the redlining. Like, okay, you think it's so easy to open up a Black business? Go try it.
Thank
And then
you.
you'll see what we're up against. So
Facts.
it's literally little nuances that people don't like to address. So it
Yeah,
matters
it's the
what
meticulous
Poppy
stuff.
was saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, what you were saying something about an hour ago. it matters that these people will come here and claim that they're Black American, and our government is literally giving them money under the guise of Black American on purpose, though, so that our government can make it seem, to make it seem like they're supporting the Black community, and they know they're purposefully supporting immigrants.
And look, bitch, and the crazy thing is, it is hurtful because now when they do that, those people are in jeopardy of being attacked by us because of what they're getting and what they're receiving, and only specifically looking out for their communities. So they're they're setting up civil war. That's what they've been doing. They know how to set up civil war. They know how to get everybody to the beef and not like each other based off of the concept and the consciousness and the ideology that these people come from. They know they're not about to do anything for Black America. They know they're gonna put on for their own specific people first, while claiming to be Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you for the gift.
And the thing is, dog, you heard me. And this is what I'm listening. In 2026, I just made a video about this too. I swear, this morning I made me a long ass video. I did like a whole hour and a half video. You heard me? I said, man, look, I want my Black American people, please stop just being so emotional and just do the work, y'all. These who don't like us, let's understand that and let's just keep it pushing. We have to support each other no matter what. Like it is a certain thing that I'm learning about this game, and I think OG was up here. He left, and he was saying some great gems before he left up here. We gotta learn the game, bro. I swear. And if we don't learn the game, bro, we're gonna continue to be emotional, and we're gonna continue to fall, bro. Like we have to support each other, and we have to have a little bit of biasness toward each other. We do. I'm sorry, if we don't learn how to share that a little bit of biasness and forgiveness towards each other, we're not gonna get nowhere. We take each other too harsh. We ready to criticize everything that we do wrong. Like, we have to give grace to the things that we've been through as Black Americans while supporting Black Americans. That might be our most challenging thing to do in America. I'm not gonna disagree. I agree, y'all. It is the most challenging thing to do, to support people that you know. Which I don't even like the way you talk. I don't even like the way you talk. If we can still find a way to support each other and fund that money into these companies, these private sectors, these small businesses, and we can uplift Black women and put them in a position to run these places and do these things and have these incentives, I swear to God, bro, that's the only way it's going to change. Otherwise, nothing's going to change because everybody else have a biasness towards their community except us. We're the only people that want to look and point out all the meticulous things that everybody doing wrong. Okay, if we can do that about everything, well, we can be biased too about us specifically to get to a better level. That don't mean we allow each other to harm each other. That don't mean we say, hey, you get to kidnap our children. You get to, do certain negative and docile things against our women. No. We're talking about customer service and supporting where we're spending our money and who we're going to say that we're going to put this business on as an aspect to represent us. What this person is going to vote. We're going to put this person into office in a political position because we know where they come from, and we're going to fund our money into this person, right? Like, we have to be very intentional about this shit in 2026 and moving forward. Because I'm learning these communities, bro, they're not going to be responsible for the things that we want, bro. It's just true. As much as we want them to do it,
you got to come up with a plan to get this stuff for yourself.
And because they may not do it, we don't need to spend our time being mad about it. We need to spend our time rejecting our dollars from these businesses that won't do it and support the businesses and the people that would do it. Period. Once we get in a position to where it's like, yo, I gotta support you, and you gotta support him, and you gotta support him, and you gotta support him. It don't matter if we disagree about spirituality, religion, who dating who.
Exactly.
No, fuck all that shit. Like, when it comes to this shit, the community need to eat. Your city need to eat in this aspect. Your community need better roads or better education. Your community need to be in a position of better job opportunity. My community need this, that, and the third. We need to say, look, this is what we're going to agree on. And when we are separated from that, as far as that one agreement we have, now we can address the individual things that we say that we don't like. The small specifics. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way we're gonna change this shit, you hear me?
But Poppy, I don't think we separated. Real quick. I do think that I agree with everything that you're saying, and I think that that's why we need to move forward in delineation as a people, but delineate fully. I think as long as we keep trying to work within this system, our biggest fear is, one, fighting, true fighting, physical fighting, and this is why
Getting
we're in
killed.
the situation that we're in. But as long as we keep trying to move within this system, everyone says learn the system, you're supporting the system. Every time we try to move within the system and we make gains, they take it back from us.
Exactly.
Every time we make gains, they burn it down. Every time we make gains, they bomb it out.
And that's happening. That's happening this year.
Only black people.
The thing is, we have to create our own system. As far as black businesses go, as far as black businesses go, most of the black business owners that live here in Detroit, where I am, they have the crab in the barrel mentality. They want you to shop with them, but they overly and pricing the product, and the product is of cheap ass quality, and I mean cheap quality. I don't want to go buy an outfit from you and a whole outfit see through because the material's so thin. I don't want to come to your shop and have something custom made by you, and then when I get it made and I get home and put it on, I got stones and everything falling off my custom piece.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we as a people, I don't give a damn what they doing with the Somalians. I don't give a fuck what Trump got going on. He ain't done nothing to me. I ain't done nothing to him, but he's not for us. He's eliminating Martin Luther King Day. He took back Juneteenth.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. And black people, and that's my point. Like, it's like we'll see some progressive things, and we'll just think that the white man is our savior, like fucking Superman. No, fuck, he's not. Okay, like they might do couple little things, and we might agree with them in that, and like be like, okay, that might be a little win for Black Americans in that aspect, in that one specific aspect. But you ain't no savior. Sorry, you ain't gonna do nothing to really be able to change my community. We got to save ourselves. That's the only way to go about this shit. That's the only way to go about it.
It's okay to learn their system. Now you can learn their system and use it in reverse double uno, reverse skip 2, draw 4, bam, I'm in. Exactly. I'm saying? But you got to create your own system for us.
And
we got to create our own.
My point is very short, and I'll drop down. Everything everybody's saying is correct. I just think the biggest problem is that we have to put up protective systems. So what Vovo was talking about before he dropped, a lot of us here have opened up black businesses. Actually, I'm one of them. And the way that we're treated versus immigrants and YT people is drastic. Like the way we're policed and regulated, these folks be looking for a reason to shut down your business as soon as you open it. And I'm not even talking about a wing or nail shop. So just imagine if we were opening up corporations, industrial complexes and stuff like that. Where is the protection and the retaliation in our community? So we want to do all of these things, but we need a system of protection first. We need a system of protection and retaliation, because we could open up all the businesses we want, but we know them folks finna come around and try and shut us down.
But
so
it ain't
how
just
are we
our
gonna
folks,
protect
though.
it?
It ain't just them folks, it's our own folks too.
True, facts.
Let me interject here for a second. See, we have to be open to solutions. See, when I came up, we was excited when we hear certain people speak, and they were talking out against the system, and they were telling us, our problems. We thought, then it was impressive, but now that I've gotten older, along with some of my colleagues, we want solutions, because everybody. That was, even then they were speaking, it was kudos for their speech, but there was no solutions. Just like the Million Man March. I was a senior in college doing the Million Man March, and I did a research because I was studying psychology of how many people retain the information from the Million Man March. So I did a research, females versus males. Everybody failed my tests. They didn't even remember none of the stuff. It was on the internet. It was 4 hours long. The whole Million Man March from the beginning to the end, it lasted 4 hours. And you would be amazed at the stuff that they said that people didn't even remember. That changed reality in a lot of senses, and they didn't get it. So solutions, there is a solution, and it's being attacked. one of the most that really ain't gonna help you get nowhere. See, this is the reason why we haven't gotten restitutions, reparations yet, is because we don't have a nationality as a group. See, everyone can say, okay, let me say what I think it is, and then everybody want to say what they think it is, and half the time it become, it becomes something else. Becomes
Hold on,
non-productive.
hold on,
Good
because
afternoon.
let me bring this conversation back forward, right? Because at the end of the day, what we learning is that when we see these communities, like even Somalia, right? If they're gonna get billions of dollars or millions of dollars funding and stuff like that from the government, and not even use that money to be able to help their own people, right? When we say we got to take a chapter out the book and we got to be able to play the game, what game are we specifically talking about as far as because we got to realize these people are playing a game where they coming at you specifically. They're not getting over on their own people. And that's what we learning about these cultures. The cultures are not specifically making money from their own people when they come to America. The Asian community don't got good community service. The beauty supply store ain't in that bitch with some subdurs and crackers and saying, we love y'all black women that's been buying all these weaves and all of these beauty products and stuff.
Exactly.
Like they don't give a fuck. They don't have good community service, but you're still gonna go there and shop. So if that is the case, that means it's not about community service. I mean, customer service. Excuse me. It must be about the product or whatever it is that you have. That no matter what you have, if that product sells, niggas gonna come buy it. So it seems as though whatever it is, when it comes down to business growing or whatever product selling, the product gotta be so good enough that niggas will skip the fact that you white, Asian, black, green, blue,
That
or
part.
yellow.
Good work sell itself. Good
That's
work
what it
sell
seems as
itself.
though. That's what
And
it
as
seems.
and if those that know what I'm saying know what I'm saying. Good work sell itself. At the end of the day, the solution is because it is a war. You know what I'm saying? And it's a war with us against the government. I don't want no damn reparations. I don't want a 40 acre and a mule unless you're giving us a few meal. And I mean a few meal, like double digits or better. You can
Right.
keep that
20 mil.
motherfucker.
20
You
mil
can
a piece.
you can keep that reparation. We're never gonna get it. That's why we're
We
under
can
paper
get it.
genocide by reclassifying us all this different stuff. We know who
All
we
right.
are. We ain't got to learn who we are. All of us on this panel, including Pap, know
Oh, let me
exactly who
address
we
the
are.
rest of the panel. I'm
See,
sorry.
listen. If you know who you are, right, and believe me, I do. And
Hold on, Dog Green.
in
Hold
the
on, Dog Green.
case,
Hold on, Dog Green. 1 second, brother. Let me address the rest of the panel up here. The people that just that came up here. Six Rings, you wanted to speak? Black Man and before late. I know y'all been
What's
up here
happening, bro?
for a minute. Go ahead. One of y'all go ahead first. Y'all got it. Whoever want to be able to get an offer up. Six Rings, Black Man. Go ahead, Black Man. Go ahead, Dog.
Hey, bro, yeah, I mean, y'all having a very good conversation, but really, I don't even think that we that far off though. I think the shit that we've been through, some of the shit is necessary that we can put it in full perspective. You know what I'm saying? The way we know that everybody's not for us and etc. But now I think it's just I don't believe in open war against the government. I believe in utilizing it because that's what everybody else do. The Jades utilize the government and control the whole world. But if we just get back to community, loving each other and delineating like we doing now, I think this shit is easy. I ain't in panic mode.
I personally, I'm going to drop after my statement. So let me just complete it and then
I'm
somebody
in
else can have
panic
my
mode.
spot.
I ain't lying.
I personally don't think it's that easy, actually, because everybody, not only the whole world, but everybody in the USA is absolutely against Black American establishments and networking. That's number one. We are always attacked. So when we speak, like I said, of having a business structure or corporation or charity, nonprofits, or occupying a resource, we are not willing to protect things that we built. We need private security and we need protective orders before we build anything in this country, because we know that as soon as we start doing our own daycares, take this, for example, you see what they did before Somalis did this. This is the first thing they did to attack our community when it comes to daycare. They took pre-K out of the public schools that we still pay taxes on, mind you. You still paying local taxes to that public school, but they falsely removed pre-K out of public schools.
That's crazy.
So then we went back to our grandmas and aunties' daycares, right? But then they shut those down with code enforcement and regulations and money. They shut down your grandma's and your auntie's home daycares that we were actually supporting in the local community, paying our own people. Then they had you take on government subsidies and to go pay weekly to a shitty daycare. You see how they play us? But then they turn around and give immigrants millions for the next 6 years to open up daycares where no children are in these daycares,
Listen,
y'all.
listen, Miss Puyovic, go type on Somalis daycare on TikTok and watch all of the people that was going to those places that they said that they was getting that funding for, that they was creating these daycares or school places. Not one daycare.
Not one kid.
Not one
exactly.
kid. Not
one kid. So guess what? Hold on, y'all. Now get
Not
this.
one.
Not only is that money laundering, but that's a way to traffic all kinds of things through that business.
Crazy.
So you see how we getting quadruple play? That's our money that they giving immigrants, bruh.
It's crazy.
That's quadruple laundering, bro.
And then flip the script, and that's what I'm saying. And then flip the script to us like, y'all not working hard enough.
Thank you. Then
and that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, so you telling me you giving billions and billions of dollars to these people, and then look at Black Americans and say y'all not coming together and working hard enough.
Thank you.
So you know what? You right. Maybe we not work. So let's delineate and we can separate this money that we giving our money to. You know, one of the best things that happened with Elon Musk, and I don't even like this nigga. When he came up with that Doge movement, I don't like the fact that when he did do that, though, a lot of Black women did get fired in the private sector. But I can agree, when he came out with that Doge, we found out a lot of people were stealing money. All of the money and all that, the tax dollars that Black Americans is paying. I'm talking about to the person that's making $40,000 to $50,000 a year, the average tax-paying citizen. All your tax dollars is
going to everyone else
to be more richer than you within 3 years.
Thank you. And look how we talking. We still being moral and like, hey, let's kumbaya and work together. When really we should be burning this shit down. They stole trillions of our fucking dollars, y'all. Trillions. That was guaranteed to Negro Americans.
I'm wondering why the Black Americans in Minnesota ain't fucking that right now. That's what I be telling them. Y'all telling me they didn't build mosques, schools. Them niggas got two malls out there.
Here's the thing. They mad. They'll get on the panels and talk about it, but ain't nobody gonna put forth the action to get shit done in our favor.
I'm dropping down right now. We are not angry enough. We're not angry enough.
Niggas is not angry. Right. Niggas don't care.
We need anger, right?
We gotta
niggas still gonna go to work and pay them taxes.
We gotta be
Thank you. We still paying taxes. How many people finna pay taxes?
2026 and 4 days.
How many people? How many people finna pay taxes this year after we done got trillions of our tax money stole from everyone? How many people finna turn around and pay them taxes again?
Niggas said how much? 40 trillion? How much they sent to Argentina? 40 billion? 40 trillion?
40 billion. It's $700 trillion got extracted through the system this year. $700 trillion.
You funding other niggas' lives. You funding other people's lives.
Because they calling our bluff. They calling our bluff.
Thank you. And Darkwing is right. They calling our bluff. And all we do is
working on the plan.
You know why Black people
funding everybody else.
Everybody talking at the same time. I can't hear nothing.
You working on that plantation and you funding everybody else motherfucking lifestyle, nigga. We don't even, that's what it's been. You hear me? All that they let us free. No, they just put a goddamn tax number on you to the point that you don't understand financial literacy. You don't understand taxes. You don't understand that what your donation money going to. And you paying all this money to people. You paying tax dollars to their fucking country. And you're funding them to come here. And on top of that, when they come here, they're getting the funding that you can't get. You can't get $1 million to be able to make a daycare center. You can't get $750,000 or a loan to be able to build a building. And they not even doing it.
and they ain't even doing the shit.
Ain't
And what are
even
we
doing
doing?
the
We
shit.
having
Like, what the fuck?
conversations about it when
Man,
we
like,
really
listen.
should be
And
going
then
to
you up there
Minnesota
looking
and
in your
burning
own
that
people
shit
face saying
down.
that we not good enough. I'm
Mrs.
not
I
good
agree with
enough.
you. We're not angry enough, but you know why our
But
people ain't angry
And then
enough?
use
They're not angry
DEI and
enough
let more
because
white women benefit
they
from the
can
shit.
play. They like where they're at. You know what I'm saying? They like the way they live. Because if
Mr.
you didn't like
Puppy.
the way you live or what was going on, you would be totally fucking angry. If you're not angry, that means you comfortable where you at. You feel like you don't deserve more. You feel
Exactly.
like you're not owed more. You feel like,
You're
oh,
right.
I'm just gonna have this little food truck and I make my little $1,000 or
Hello,
whatever,
hello,
and
Mr.
this and that,
Puppy.
and that's what it is. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So no, we're not angry enough.
Mr. Puppy.
so when you guys say,
I
let
can.
me get a word in real quick, if you don't
Sorry. Go
mind.
ahead.
Go ahead, Mika.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Go ahead, Mika.
No. I've been listening to the panel. This is a great panel, great conversation today. So there
Yeah,
was
this
a
bitch been
few
on
people
fire
that
this
were,
morning.
yeah. So there was a few people that was up here, and there was different information that was given out. I totally agree with. We gotta look in the mirror. Self. Don't point the finger. Nobody point the finger. Everybody gotta look. Thing down, just looking at delineating. We got to be strong before we stand by ourselves. Like, we can't delineate and then we just stand there sitting duck looking goofy because we don't know how to be with each other.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta come together with self. It starts with self, and then we can build. But I'm all about. I just wanted to come up here and let you know that I get it with
Mm-hmm.
the business stuff. I help a lot of young, my target audience was helping young black men, and I'm saying it this way just because they're the ones that's getting hit the hardest, to be honest. But it's like I wanted to help them set up businesses. One thing I understand about the black community, nobody wants to not let nobody know they don't know what's going on. Like, this pride, this ego, it gets in the way. Nobody wants their baby to be called ugly. But it's like, wait a minute, we got to look for elevation. We can't just keep looking at
Thank y'all
this
for the
person's
gift, y'all.
insulting me. We got to get to a point where we're seeing, like, this person's trying to level me up. Person trying to take me to the next level. So I just wanted to
Yeah,
drop them
facts,
gems and just
facts.
say I appreciate everybody's input. You guys
You
taught me
know
some
it,
stuff,
Mika.
opened my mind up a lot, and I just feel like we could do this, Pat. We got it.
No, I'm telling you, I believe it.
People,
I swear, I believe
yeah.
it.
Like, I've been hearing
I
just what the
believe that in
Ross
my
just
lifetime.
said. We got people that's ready. Now, once we bring them people, they got people that's behind them. Let's start a
Yeah.
movement with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we keep talking about it and talking about what happened to us, 5 years going to be past and we're going to be here the same place. So let's just start with making a list.
I believe it. I believe
She's
it.
definitely right. We need to have a list, but what Mrs. was saying is definitely true. We have to have private security. There's a dude up here, not in your live, but there's a dude going around now. His name is Dr. Michael Tanner. I was in a group when, like, about 3 years ago, when he was starting to talk about
I know
buying up property and going into, like,
in Indiana.
Yes, going into Indiana and buying up property. And I was talking about all of this, and he was talking about building, and 1,000 of us go out here and get this property and build. I was like, okay, well, what type of security are you going to have? Do you know this man laughed at me and told me I was scared of the boogeyman? Told me there was nothing to fear. 3 years down the line, here we are now. He was in Indiana, and them folks burned down his hotel.
Sure did. They
Then he
burnt
went to
his shit
Texas.
down.
You saw that online. They went to Texas. He went to Texas and is trying something now, and they're blocking him and all of his stuff. But all I can remember is, dude, when I asked you this question 3 times about security, and I was like, well, historically, when we build stuff, we are attacked here.
Immediately.
I'm gonna tell you. This is my
But
opinion.
Poppy, he laughed 3 times. Like, oh, sister, what you talking about? Oh, you sound scary. You sound scared. Like, there ain't nobody out here. We got the police. I said, who got the police? Black people
That
got the
Karen
police.
shit. That Karen shit.
Yeah, I said black people got the police. We got the police on our side. You must be delusions, like pure
Because the thing is,
delusional.
I believe
I think
we gotta
one of the
fund.
main things that we have an issue with too in our community, too many of us really truly believe we are completely free and that the opportunity is just there and you can just step into this opportunity.
We got listen, we gotta fund our black women. Listen, I believe the future is black women.
Wait,
I really
before
do.
you finish, let me say that.
I really do.
I believe
the future is black women, and if we learn to get behind our black women and fund our black, that don't mean it take away the position of who we are as black men. But as just far as how we've been moving over I believe that if we can get this shit to where black women could be controlled over, like I say, the private sectors, government jobs, political positions, you're going to see over the next 10 years, black women be in the trade positions and fields as well. I'm telling you, y'all going to see a lot of black women be plumbers and
but to your
electricians and stuff
point,
like
Poppy,
that.
to your point,
And I believe that's going to increase our economic value of who we are as a people when black women are in the positions to do some of these jobs that most people just can't do. Because one thing about black women, if we can be able to fund and be able to promote them to get in these positions, I think we'll do much more better in who we are as a whole, because black women care about the community, right? They don't care about individualism. They care about the community, which is family, and they want to see the child and the family grow. And with that mindset, I believe if we come together and we focus more on black women that have that type of position to put themselves in political power, put themselves into business position, put themselves in all of these aspects to where they can be the leaders to run this shit, I believe this shit gonna change if we can do that. Because
I think you're right. To your point,
I don't see anything else that's going to work.
No, you're right.
I'm just being real. Ain't nothing else gonna work.
Trying to get in these positions is keeping us indoctrinated. It's keeping us under the white man, white T man on our necks, like making us do what he wants us to do when he wants us to do it. Why not start our own? I'm saying, I know it sounds hard to a lot of people, but
That's what I said.
That's what I say.
That we said up here. But I truly believe that my skill set, your skill set, everybody on this panel got a skill set. I can almost guarantee you the 6 people that's talking right now
could make $1 million in a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We just gotta focus.
To y'all's point, here we go with our community and why we have to. These conversations are necessary and putting the truth on the table. I was in a panel the other day, and a black woman who was a financial a financial coach, basically a financial advisor. She was talking about why during CV19, the JP Morgan Chase and it was JP Morgan and I think somebody else, they were offering these grants specifically geared towards black women in business because the like Poppy says, the history shows and the data shows that the black women owned businesses did better. Do you know this financial coach said during that time she had a bunch of black families coming and she was telling these there were black men that owned businesses and she was telling them to give their wives control of the business so she could get this $150,000 to $500,000 grant for them, and the men wouldn't turn the control over even temporarily to get that money. So we have a lot of things working against us in terms of our mentality as well, which was somebody I think Bobo was speaking to earlier. But what you're saying, your point is true. We have a more community. We're more aligned with the community.
We're more community based when the black woman is leading. I'm telling you.
But as you can see now, we're divesting from the community too because of the way we've been treated. So there is a lot of things going on.
I'll give y'all an example, right? When the black, like back in the 80s and the 70s, the 50s mostly too as well, when we was most prominent with our wealth and we was making a lot of money and we was highly married, the black man would come home with the check, but he giving it to the woman. The woman was in control of the finances. Right? Like that to me, in my opinion, increases wealth circulation. I believe women know how to be able to put funds in an appropriate aspect of where it needs to go, meaning that they can save better. And if they're into aspects of trading and stock investments, they'll know how to invest better as well. And that's what we also see as an uprise, especially over since 2023. I think it's been at least a 17.8% of increase of black women that's been getting into stock trading and investments when it come down to real estate, cryptocurrency and stuff like that, AI, automation and things like that. So I believe that if we have women that are very prominent and educated in that field, we're going to have more wealth circulating in our community, and we're going to see the funds get basically appropriated in the right direction. I believe men don't know how to be able to. Men are great workers. Like, we're very focused on one aspect. We can go get the bread, do the job, and come home with it. I believe women are very multi-brain with this shit. Like, they know how to do this, and this. You know what I'm saying?
Micromanaging.
Yeah, they're very good at that shit. Like my mother, bro. Like, you know, my mom and my father been married for about 40 years, and I feel as though my father was the greatest worker. But if it wasn't for my mama, that nigga wouldn't know what to do with that money. Yeah, he probably would have spit
AJ,
that
are you
shit
saying
off and
women in
fucked it.
general?
Yeah, he would have fucked that shit off 30,000 times, man. My mama is so educated with this shit. 3 degrees. She value education and political views. So my mom is at the polls. My mom is at the local meetings, speaking at the local meetings about what New Orleans people need and what our community needs. So that's why I come. That's why I speak like this. Like, my mom is very highly involved in this shit, to the point that's what she wanted me to be, like a political speaker, a lawyer, and stuff like that. And that, I'm just starting to get into that aspect of it, because I was more into the streets and more so of trying to find my own lane. But I'm realizing how political views, resources, and community is so important. Like, it really is. It's like, it's no way around it. No matter what you specifically want to do as an individual, it's about community service. It's about what you do for your community. It's about political views, the people that can pass laws, legislation. There's just no way around it. And if you can find yourself to be a part of that, you can be a part of that. You heard me? So, you know, my mama, she was just always good with that shit. So that's why I promote. Yeah, I think black women need to lead when it comes down to this shit. Because black men, like I said, we be focused on our own little thing or whatever, which we good at. But black women, when they get in that bag with that over there, and oh Lord, we can make some changes on a whole nother
We
level. You
managing
heard
the
me?
home, we managing the children, we managing the finance, we
Now
managing the
imagine,
house
now
career,
imagine
I
we
her.
hope
Now,
women
managing
get.
now
all of that.
imagine her
I
Right.
hope
managing
women
a
get some time
movement
right now.
where she don't have to manage this, and this. Like, if you can get
Mr.
her to
Puppy,
manage specifically, like, if you can cut 2-3 things down where she micromanage, that can get her get her morally focused on this, and more trying to get diversity and the things that we need in our specific community, and what we need to go as far as political views, economic
Right.
advancement. Listen,
You are absolutely
Where they
correct. We
come.
are the
I
And,
blueprint,
believe,
and,
I
Mr.
and
believe, I
y'all
Puppy,
believe she
men
could
are the
bring in.
right.
I believe
security.
she could bring in $1
can
million
I have
a
some
month.
minutes?
And if I could
She could
just
bring
add
Can I
in.
have
another
She could
some
bring
thing,
in $1
minutes?
million a month if we can all,
Mika,
as
can I have
men in
some
the
minutes,
community,
if I
please?
could
support our black women.
if I could add another
Can I have
thing,
some
like
minutes,
right now, I
please?
think a lot of us
Miss
focus on
I
what
got you.
we're
I
Mika, can
not
got
I
you.
go ahead
doing,
before you?
what we're not doing, what
I
we
got you
can't
before
do.
they let Mika finish. You can go right after her.
I think a lot of us focus, and you know, I'm a victim of it too, or excuse me, I ain't no victim, but you know what I mean. I'm a product of it as well. But we'll find stuff that's wrong before we find stuff that's right. Like, there's a lot of women out here that's doing their thing. Like, they for their people, they about the kids, they about uplifting other black women. But then there's a whole bunch that's not. So we focus on them ones, and we let the good ones fall up under the, you know what I'm saying, the waistline. And it's like, wait a minute, we gotta just pick out the ones. That's all. We
Yeah.
ain't gotta. We're gonna make them other ones follow if they want to follow. You know what I'm saying? They see something, they see a movement, they see it's working, and they see these people are strong, these people love each other, and these people support each other. They, you know, they'll trickle in little by little, but we gotta do something. Because right now, where we at, this is a real critical time in life right now, and it's a critical time for us. And we see this with the Somalis, the YT, the Asians, everybody. You had this young lady up on a panel the other day, and she was talking about she was a hairdresser, but she got to go to these Asian shops
Yeah, I remember her.
because they won't let her in. And I'm like, yo, baby, get on that plane. You
Yeah,
can't
that
get on
was
the plane.
fresh.
Come on, come holler at me.
That's
Like,
sis.
we
I
gonna get
know
on these
sis.
planes and start cutting out the middleman. We gotta
Yeah.
figure out solutions. We're too smart to be this motherfucking stupid. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave that there.
Yeah, that's a fact. Before late, you can respond. Go ahead.
I hope that's my turn right now. I wanna get you back to the likes that they were 24,000, and you said I want to get today 1 million, which means you order the host, and we're supposed to respect that. So everybody has to do your part. I started that time. Now it is 55.3. So please help him when he asked it. Help me. Let's help him. Let's just
Thank
start
you.
from that. I want to emphasize
Appreciate
it
you.
in
Yeah, let's get to the 1 million
Right?
likes, y'all. Tap that screen, y'all. Yeah, my goal
I
is
am
1
just
million
gonna see
likes
if you
today.
can make me a
I'm gonna be
moderator
on
because
live.
people are.
I'm about to be on live until I get to 1 million
And
likes. I'm not
also,
lying. I'm not ending this bitch until I get to 1 million likes. I'm be real.
Hi, I
okay.
could just
Hi, just see,
And James
wondering
was
if you could make
asking
me
you
a
to be a
moderator
moderator also.
because people are talking reckless in the chat.
Go ahead, Cherie. I can't hear you.
I was just seeing if you could make me a moderator.
Hold on before late. Go ahead, Cherie. I can't hear you. Go ahead.
I was just seeing if you could make me a moderator because people are talking really reckless in the chat.
It's okay. We're not worrying about what people
We
comments.
don't pay attention to the chat.
Yeah, as long as people not coming up here and cursing
because they
on
don't need to know like the plan.
Yeah, like we look at the good comments, we look at the people that
I live in
supporting, and we look at the people that show love. Like people can say whatever they want to say. It's all good. It's good for the engagement as well. So you can say whatever you want to say in the comments. I like the engagement. It makes the algorithm go up or whatever.
So I live in Minnesota, and I'm down for whatever. I'm down for putting up signs to protest or to do something, because we would never get away with this at all. Like we would have already been in jail, been sentenced. Like, it's ridiculous. So I don't know who else is in Minnesota, but I'm down to go there to protest on the weekends, put up signs.
So there's a whole process to prosecuting people, and they are prosecuting people for,
as far as like what, like
what are you good at? Like, what is like now that was trying to build a community from scratch? What would you be able to come in and say that you could provide?
Just a plan, like the dates, and already have signs made. I can make up signs, go to the Dollar Tree, get the little poster boards.
So organization.
Like
advertisement, stuff like
advertisement, organization.
Yep, advertisement.
You need to get with Nick Shirley. That's the young man who's been doing the private and investigation of it. Hold on.
But I feel like more people need to be on foot and out there.
Yes, no, they absolutely
more people need to be on foot and out there, because
they actually the boots on the ground. But Nick is the one who's been doing. He has the information, the accurate information, not opinions. He has the accurate data, and so when you protest and you do grassroots movement, it has to be based off the law and the data and what's actually going on. So I would talk to him first, and then you privately, you could literally use Google Docs. You don't have to buy a system.
Start group chats.
Thank you. Start the group chat and the Zoom and everything, because
stuff like that. Come on, bro.
I'm a private organizer. That's what I do. I do mobilization. That's what my career is.
Can I add to that?
So you need $. Everyone from the state of Minnesota.
Can I add to that real quick? So with the whole Nick, journalist that he's doing is not really accurate. He is just pushing on attacking a community without doing full thorough research. That company that he was going after, that learning center, whatever it was called, that was misspelled, that company had so much violations. I looked it up. I looked at their their history. They got shut down, and basically he's just going to these places saying, "Oh, there's no children here." He was actually.
Nick Shirley is a fraud. He's a right-wing propagandist fraud.
He's been doing this
How is it when this morning they're prosecuting one of the Somalis for the $14 million fraud? How is that possible? We're watching the Somalis being prosecuted for this fraud.
Everybody committing a crime is getting prosecuted already. I don't know if this young lady thinks she's better than the cops talking about let's mobilize. What are you guys going to do that the cops have not already done in the FBI? Like, that makes no sense.
And it's a whole process to it as well.
Do you guys think everybody is committing fraud just because they're Somali people and they own these type of businesses?
We're talking about the daycare fraud. Like, please stop. Please stop. Yeah. You want some immigrant stuff.
I'm just sad and tired of hearing about all these ignorant
situations. That's not what we're talking about.
So you're sitting here admitting that they're guilty of what we're talking about.
Some people are guilty, and they're going to get arrested.
We're talking about those people, not all Somalis, sir. We talking about.
Can you drop Swipe because he's not helping?
Why am I going to get Swipe?
Swipe. No, we're not dropping Swipe. You know we're not generalizing. You know, we're specifically talking about the Somalis.
We talking about
he's literally supporting it.
And hold on. And I hate when y'all say generalize because y'all I hate when y'all say generalize because it's like you try to undermine the fact that you already come from a culture of people that already generalize. Okay, meaning that they put your people first. They don't really care about Black Americans. So when y'all say that, it's like, oh, well, why Black Americans do it because we don't do it? That's a lie, bro. That's what I mean about being disingenuous, right? Like you come from a background where you put your people first. You don't really truly give a fuck about Black Americans in America if you have to at a point where you want them to be able to revolt with them or you want them to, y'all want to commune with each
Putting
other
my
for certain
people
different
first.
things.
Putting my people first
Okay,
does not
that is
mean me supporting them
generalizing.
committing fraud,
It's
bro.
Just drop him. Just
generalizing
drop
though
him.
to a certain extent though, Swipe, because if you put your people first, you're not caring about what the other people are going through in that same community that you might live in or that same city. So for example, when Somalis are building their so-called mosques in their schools, it's Somalis first. It has nothing to do with everybody else, sir. The money and the funding that they're getting the funding because they're saying they're going to help their community. They're not getting the funding because, oh, we're going to help white Americans, Black Americans, YT Americans, Mexican Americans. No, we got this funding because we said that we're going to help Somalis with autism, Somalis that's homeless, kids that don't have parents.
That part is incorrect.
No. That is why you got the money, bro. That is what
No,
Somalis are funding
because
themselves for. And that is the culture of the mindset because of the third world
that's
country that you come from, right? And I can understand that. Like you're going to look out for where
Why
you
are
come
we
from.
sitting
but
here
that's the
arguing
thing though.
about
You're
Like
not
you're
something? We
saying
used
already
that.
to
know
you're
what the
not used to
situation
people
is.
in this
Just drop
country.
him.
So why would you? No, we're not dropping him. Swipe been up here before, y'all. So we need him. He's a Somali. So we need him to be up here to debate and have the conversation. We're not about to be able to have this motherfucking unity mindset if you know damn well you come from a country that you have to always be able to say, I got to put my people first. Like, if you can't admit that, then at this point, every conversation we have is going to be disingenuous. Because at that point, you're
The
just
only
you're
time
not
I'm gonna
aligned
be
with the.
willing to put my people first is if my people are getting attacked generally. Why would I support people committing fraud? Do you
Can
guys
you get
think
back
just
to the
because I'm
topic? We don't
Somali?
need to talk
Can
about.
we
We need
talk
to
one at
talk
a time
about
though?
what
fraud?
Host, can we give
we
him
need to do.
Okay, what was the
We need to
topic?
talk
What was
about
the
what we need to
topic?
do.
What was the topic? To be a propagandist journalist like Nick
The
Shirley
topic
and go
is
up
what we're
to
gonna do
home
as
cares and
African
terrorize
Why you
them?
bringing up
Americans.
Nick Shirley? Nick Shirley is a coon. Well,
Bingo, and we
let me not
all
say
know
that.
that. But people are
TikTok
overlooking the
purpose, the
fact what he
TikTok
did in
purpose
CCOP.
is wrong. Sorry.
He went to the CCOP prison and recorded the CCOP prison, but no one's speaking
My
about that,
language.
right?
Yeah. So I want to add on to what you were saying earlier. So you said that Somalis are only helping Somali homeless, Somali disability. That is, you can't. There's not enough Somali homeless or people with Somali disabilities to do the fraud that they committed. A lot of these people that have done it, yes, they didn't even.
Can we get back to the topic and what we're gonna do?
I know. So let me just
What
get
was the
into
topic?
it.
I'm trying to get back to what
We're
about this.
we're actually back on the topic.
No, I'm just responding to
Minnesota
what
and
was
Somali.
said.
So we're back on the topic. Seriously.
So
Can I say
which topic
something?
should I go into right now?
Happy, can I say something, bro? Creole.
Hold on, Steven. Let him finish.
So so right now everybody's saying that I'm not talking about the right topic. Which topic are you guys saying I should respond to?
You're talking
Finish what you were
How you
saying.
coming to
So
help
the
us?
thing is,
I want to know what you're going to do to help us.
No, listen. So if you
Nothing.
listen. This is easy, simple research. You can look up the Minnesota Department of all these people that got licensed under Medicaid. It is not only Somali. There's Native American. There's Hmongs. There's Black Americans. There's African Americans. There's so many groups. The only reason why Trump is putting a lot
all y'all
of
in the comments talking about drop somebody, send a galaxy, and I'll drop who you want me to drop. You have to send a galaxy, bro.
no the thing
Send a lion or a galaxy. If anything, send a lion too. But send a
the
galaxy.
thing is,
y'all want me to drop who y'all want me to drop, bro.
and
Like we're
the
not
thing
just
is,
dropping people because
Why are
you
you allowing
specifically
people in the
disagree.
comments to disrespect the people in the box?
Debates don't work like that. Excuse me?
so
You're allowing people in the comments to disrespect the people.
I'm sorry, you gotta go, man. Don't tell me what I'm allowing. And you was just up here asking to be a mod. That's the problem. You think you're gonna run this panel, man. It's not working that way. I already have a mod. Mika's up there, she's a mod. Trust me, I have mods. I have
a
enough
lot of
mods.
the issue with the immigrant community, and this is something that pains me when I say this, is that when we have these conversations, you interject yourself
what is wrong with these people,
and
bro?
concentrate on yourself. Anytime someone mentions something, people want to play games with semantics. When we are mentioning, he's talking about Somalis specifically because he was addressing the issue in Minnesota. We address all immigrants, illegal immigrants who are not doing something. So no, the concentration is not just Somalis. It is all illegal immigrants who are literally undermining us politically, financially, educationally, spiritually, and on all planes. So it's not just, oh, we're attacking Somalis. No, Somalis were the conversation today because Poppy is talking about Minnesota and the fraud that's going over there. Exactly. If it was Nigerian fraud, we'd be talking about Nigerians and scamming. If it was when we were talking about the Jamaican posse that brought in the rugs, what the fuck? Right, that brought in the rugs in New York. We address all immigrant communities. We talk about the Asians, we talk about the Arabs, we talk about the whitey, we talk about the Siberian Mongoloid called the Native American. Everyone is getting the smoke. So to come up here and say that, oh, it's we're not concentrating on Somalis, we're concentrating on the behavior of immigrants when they come here. The issue that we are having as indigenous Black American people and descendants of slaves is that we fought, like Poppy was saying about an hour and a half ago now, our ancestors fought for a lot of these rights. So you could just clear the air. This is all I'm saying. And money. And now we have a situation where we have people who get into spots like in some of these HBCUs, right? We have immigrants that get into terms to actually get somewhere. We can't address every single super duper nuance. If we did, we'd be speaking in circles all day, and that's the issue that we have. When we are talking, he is talking about Minnesota, and the Minnesota issue is by far and large with a Somali population. So the word and the name Somali is going to get mentioned. But as a whole, for the last year, he's been up here for the last at least 6-7 months minimum. We are addressing immigration as a problem. Nobody wants to address this in our community, especially our FBA community as well. We are addressing this because it is an underlying issue where people who look like us have come in and are using our standing and are using the things we fought for, our platforms, our foundation, for themselves. They are not helping the community while simultaneously getting into political positions and undermining us as well. So it's not just some emotion or some feeling. It's not just your people being attacked. We are literally addressing an immigration problem, period, that has been undermining Black Americans. When we say Black Americans, yes, you may call yourself African American because you're first, second, third generation American. When we say Black American, that is an ethnicity in America. Ceiling here and are being undermined on top of all of the YT supremacy that we've been dealing with, are being undermined now by people who look like us. That is
but why do you feel like you guys are being undermined?
Let's be clear. But
why do you feel like you're being undermined, if you don't mind me asking?
It's not a feeling, sir. It's data.
A fact.
It's there. It's a fact.
Why?
Encyclopedia Britannica. You can find
check out the data, the history.
The data is there.
But nothing is stopping from you guys also opening up these type of programs.
Us. That's what we're discussing.
Way in this country that a Black American person could have stolen $2.5 million year after year after year and not have been regulated or checked.
So why are the immigrants able to do it?
Yes, why? That's what we're discussing, sir. That's exactly
that's the focus on them, but millions have been stolen from every group.
Listen. The question is, Swipe. The real question is, Swipe, why is it that when you do get those positions, you think they're giving it to you because you're special, if they're not treating you special in your own country? Because you got to understand this, right?
I really don't.
Government, wait. If the government don't like you, what a country you come from, why do you think that they're giving you these type of special privileges when you come to America? Do you think it's because they think that you're a Black person and you better than the Black people that have been here? Is that what you specifically think? You're coming from a third world country now, right? Let's understand this.
I'll tell you why, though. I think these programs are being open to the public masses, and these immigrants are just the ones to sign up for it.
Who got those programs passed? It wasn't white people, Swipe.
It was the Democrats.
The programs.
Thank you, Poppy. It wasn't the Democrats.
Black Americans.
It was Black Americans.
Exactly.
Okay. So if you're getting those programs and you're undermining those Black Americans, right? And I'm not saying you're doing it purposely. I'm saying if you get it, why aren't you in your mind? I gotta have in my mind, let's look out for the Black Americans that allow me to be in this country to be able to get these positions. It's like, okay, it's like, oh no, we're gonna insult the Black Americans because they don't want to unite with us and they don't do anything but that's a lie.
But
We've
that's
done
not the
everything
case
for
scenario,
everybody.
though.
I'm trying to figure out what
open.
we're in it. I'm trying to figure out what given point that everybody else is gonna look at people and say, let's look out for these Black Americans. Because I don't see nobody having that same type of mentality. It's only Black Americans got to take their time out to look out for everybody else.
Most of these funds that are getting used are for public service funds.
So look, hey Pat, this is what you're talking about. So why ain't they giving us the game? But it's on us too, because I'm taking full accountability. So
Respectfully.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell a lot of people that's on here, business owners that don't know this. A lot of them coming over here getting this money, these loans and these grants, and we can't get them. Want to know why? Because they got their business under a minority certification. So as Black people, I didn't know for years that I thought just because I was a Black woman that my business was recognized in the federal government as a minority-owned business. Nah, we got to get paperwork. That's why you see all these people with these gas stations, with these convenience stores. We can't never get the money to get that type of thing. They're getting grants by saying they're minorities. They're coming over getting a minority certification, and nobody put us down. But like I said, I'm gonna take responsibility. So now I got to give it to my people. We got to get these minority certifications for our businesses. That's the way we get to the money.
If I can just speak real quick.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Megan.
I agree totally with her. I agree totally with her. We have to stop from the basic. I'm not sure if anybody's ever heard the statement, money talks, bullshit walks. But basically, what we have to do is actually start working. Really care about us. So stop waiting for them to try to help us, and we help ourselves. Come up with your $1. Come up with your $1.
We got to start with the strong because we got too many weak muscles around us. Okay.
See, but my thing,
my thing is,
listen. Y'all talking about come together and pull funds together when these niggas is getting funds, getting $1 million funded for no reason.
But still, you gotta understand.
Right. So why we
gotta
get that mud when everybody's stealing our money?
We understand that we need to work together and know how to be able to spend our spending. Like our spending power is powerful. We understand that. We get that. But my thing is that if the circumstances is based upon how you're able to skip the line and do all of these things as far as funding and building businesses and building wealth, because at the end of the day, it's a race. That's why they call it race. It's a race. So, okay, if you're going to undermine the race and you're going to keep weakening us, well, at this point, it's not a race, nigga. You don't want to play fair.
No, but host, you can come to Minnesota and open up all these things too, though.
So these niggas get $1 million of funding.
Yes, he can.
Get $1 million of funding, but Black people got to be able to pull all their dollars together.
No.
But they come from a country where they couldn't even get $1 million in their own way to pull it together. So you telling me they couldn't even pull their money from their own country to make $1 million? But we fund those countries, and on top of that, you'll give them funding of $1 million to not even build a daycare and none of the shit that they said they was gonna do. And then when they do get the money, they only look out for their own people. What the fuck does that have to do
yourself
with
could
America?
come to Minnesota and open up a daycare, though. Nobody's stopping you, though. That's the thing, though, host. You gotta realize.
You're right. But the problem is, this is the thing, Swipe. The problem is, if Black Americans really got selfish with their spending power, it would be an uproar. Because it wouldn't really be beneficial to America's society infrastructure. Nothing would really get built. Like if we got super selfish, nothing would get built to the point that everybody's able to benefit from it. This is what I mean by understanding education. Most people don't realize that most of the money that's being spent spent is between white and black Americans. Those are the people who are spending the tax dollars to be able to get the infrastructure built in America. So what I'm saying is that if you only focus your money on one aspect group, on one group, you're not really doing anything for America infrastructure or building. You have nothing to do with that.
Especially when the
You're
business
spending
is
all
false.
your money and getting your money and building your own communities and sending your money back to where you come from. What the fuck? Where are we spending our money? Like, we don't do that. We only spend our money either on each other or what we want. We're not spending it on foreign countries.
My point here is
dollars that's 44. I'm like, yo, I'm watching this Dodge shit that Elon Musk and all them did. 58 billion sent to motherfucking a sub-Saharan country in Africa. I'm like, on metal. I'm like, it's the weirdest shit. I'm like, yo, and the people that's running this shit, they salary go from 175K a year to 30 million. How the fuck did your salary is supposed to be $250,000, ma'am? Why the fuck is your network worth 20 million?
But fraud is happening in the United States at the highest level. Let's just be honest.
Everybody is getting over on the tax-paying citizens in America, and then they're upset when no tax-paying citizens speak.
For 10 years, minority-owned grants, and got
you're probably in a red state though.
Not at all. It's because I was not a foreigner with foreign lineage. That's what we're talking about. I don't like when people come up here and say,
Medicaid,
oh, Black Americans could do the same thing. We do be doing that, and our businesses get shut down immediately, or we don't get approved for the funds because we're not immigrants. So no, we cannot do the same thing in this country, and we have a right to call it out and talk about it.
That's maybe where you're at, not in Minnesota though. In Minnesota, anybody can open it up. People came from Philadelphia. No, people came from Philadelphia.
I did have a minority certification. I was in tech. I had an act, so I was applying for tech grants under a minority and women in tech and women.
No. Wait. So let me ask you something, because I really need to understand. Are you just, when you're applying, saying I'm a minority-owned business? You're checking a box off saying you're a minority-owned business?
Yes, ma'am. I was. That I don't have that business anymore. That was 10 years ago.
Okay, so moving forward, any business that you get, you go apply for a minority certification. Okay, go look it up. Called as minorities, so we was minorities. Nah, this is why all those people from all the other countries is coming over here doing better or getting more money than us. Now they ain't doing better than us, because we getting it out the mud and still doing better than them. But what I'm saying is they're getting the grant and the loans because they got that stamp on their business. It's called a minority certification. Please look that up. Everybody that's on here, please hear me. Certified, get that certified, and you'll be able to get those grants and those loans.
And that's the kind of information that we need for us to get to know what we're supposed to be doing, because not everybody's sharing
y'all. Come on, 73K. Let's get to 100K. Come on, y'all. Tap that screen. We almost at 100K.
100%. But I still qualified for loans, being a woman. Number one, a Black woman in tech, still was not approved for those loans. Those males and foreigners.
It's dominated by white males, though. You gotta be honest.
It doesn't matter. See, y'all keep saying excuses, but there's no Somali as if Black Americans weren't qualified. We've been qualified for our funding. That money is ours. What don't y'all understand about that? You keep trying to talk. You keep trying to talk like we're not qualified. We've been qualified in this country.
Black women, especially Black women and
Black women. We should not in almost 2030 be preaching about getting it out the mud while we're paying tax dollars and giving away our legitimate money to foreigners, bro. We've been qualified.
Wait. It's starting to make sense to me now, y'all. It's starting to make sense a little bit, because I'm sitting here wondering, like, my mind keeps thinking about, like, why these people keep saying they Black? Why they calling themselves Black? Well, guess what, baby? You just answered my question for me. If they get a minority stamp and say they're a minority woman business, then they getting it before us. So what's happening is they know the sauce and they getting it before. So 10 people coming in here is getting the money before we do. So about time they get to us, the money gone. The money ran out already. So we got to figure out, and I'm ready to hit this shit. I'm about to hit this shit hard now because I got to figure out how they're classifying themselves on this minority certification because something is blocking us. Because I got 3 businesses, baby, and you know, I was trying to get grants and loans for a long time, and I was able to get it on my right, but I was able to get it on my one business, and it was because I went and got minority certified. So I had to understand what that meant, and a lot of us don't know about it. I didn't know, and I got an MBA degree, baby, and I just found this out like 3 years ago.
So do you think just black people are not putting other black people on game?
No, but this ain't even your type of conversation right now, mister. I ain't even having no conversation with you because you ain't telling me nothing that you want to do to help us.
What makes you think we're not putting each other on game?
No, I'm curious though, because that's what you're kind of alluding to. Are Somali people just putting each other on?
No.
Somali people
That's
just
not
putting
true
each other on? Is that what you're
no,
saying?
it's not. According to you, Swipe, Somali people can't be doing that because of the Somali people that benefit from what they were scamming, that $8 billion. A lot of Somalis didn't benefit from that shit. So what you talking about?
Because people are stingy when they figure out how to make money. Nobody wants to put anybody else on. That's like a known fact, whether you're white, black, Chinese, or whatever.
Well, that's what we did before, baby. That's what we did before. We on some new shit now. So what you got?